What fears you the most?
He was not the only figure roaming the shadows that night. Manuel and his companion, both clad in ill-fitting uniforms that hung too loose on their sinewy frames, patrolled the darkened hallways of their local school. You might be wondering why a school would require nighttime sentinels. Well, items had been quietly disappearing, swallowed whole by the insatiable darkness that seemed to seep into the very walls. The council, anxious and unsettled, had finally relented, granting them the grim duty of surveillance. At 2 a.m., the world outside blinked with a disquieting stillness, stretching time until it felt elastic, threatening to snap. Manuel and his colleague sat hunched against the biting chill, their words barely echoing in the stagnant air when the first unsettling whisper fluttered past their ears.
Che, boludo, ¿escuchaste eso? Claudio. Shh, ¿escuchaste eso, boludo?
¿Qué?
Allá en el aula hay como un ruido, boludo. Pero vamos, porque si padre dijo que filmemos, boludo. Si no vamos después, padre, si Servino nos va a sacar el cuero, boludo. Vamos a ver qué onda un toque. Vamos, un toque, boludo, dale.
¿Qué onda, boludo? ¿Hace un frío acá afuera?
Sí, boludo, hace un refrío. Pero acá parece que hace más frío, porque dice cuando hace frío que es por algo, digamos.
¿Dónde escuchaste, boludo? Acá hay ruido en toda la escuela.
Pero sí, boludo, ¿no escuchaste? ¿Ves, escuchás? ¿Escuchás, boludo? ¿No escuchás?
Nada, boludo. Está cerrado. Ah, pues sí. Ah, hay como una cortina ahí.
Sí.
¿Dónde escuchaste, boludo?
Sí, boludo, para mí que por allá. O ahí, no sé. Mira bien.
¿Dónde, boludo?
Por acá era. No, boludo, ¿viste eso? Ah, boludo. Aguantá, boludo, aguantá.
Suddenly the air thickened, seized by a surge of unnatural energy, jolting them both from their lethargy. The building creaked inside, as if it were alive, and they staggered through the facility in a frantic bid to capture evidence of what lurked in the corners of their vision. Breaths quickened, and the echo of their shoes echoed too loudly, as if summoning the unseen. What escalated the already terrifying atmosphere was the realization that Manuel had felt the insistent tug of something beyond comprehension. He was not merely a witness but a vessel, and one could only hope to understand if he could withstand the weight of what had latched onto him.
Por acá era. No, boludo, ¿viste eso? Ah, boludo. Aguantá, boludo, aguantá.
Video
Masih berbuta? Tak ada apa-apa pun.
Legit, what's going on?
They expected the familiar embrace of relaxation. Little did they know that their haven had transformed into something sinister. An achingly silent observer, waiting patiently for them to step across the threshold. Upon entering, Sajid and his wife were greeted by an unexpected cacophony. A thunderous bang echoed from the kitchen, sharp and unnatural, like the fracture of a bone. It resonated through the house, that hollow sound of metal striking the floor, yet beneath it lurked an echoing cadence, a whisper that spoke without words, crawling through the very marrow of their existence. Of course, things fall. Sajid's logical mind attempted to dismiss the disturbance as a trick of gravity. But when they ventured into the kitchen, the sight that greeted them was not the mundane chaos of a stray object. It was a scene twisted by a malevolence they could not name. The cabinets gaped open, the contents strewn in frantic disarray, as if something had reached within and pulled with a desperate hunger.
This video was uploaded in the country of China. The person claims his apartment is directly in front of an abandoned and haunted house. He assures 100% that the building is totally empty. One afternoon he noticed something strange in one of the windows. A terrifying ghostly apparition of a man was peeking through that window and looking down on the street. When he focused on the apparition, he realized that his appearance was similar to the pre-industrial era. Watch this. Follow me for your dose of nightmare fuel.
But wandering far into the woods, a solitary figure stumbled upon something unsettling. A relic of the forest silence that begged to be documented. It stood there, a jumbled cluster that made the skin prickle, a thing that twisted the familiar into the uncanny.
Let's make sure she's not a skinwalker. Hello, I'm Jade. Alright, Jade. Let's check your ID. Jade Sinclair. Hold up. Now, I might be tripping, but she don't look like her. Miss Jade, you're a little darker than your photo. You got a tan? Let me search up this name. Jade Sinclair. Alright, let's ask about her looks. Doppelganger detected. You needn't be suspicious. I merely underwent human puberty. Okay, Jade. I don't mean to raise suspicions, but... Get out of my door! Hell no! I had to handle that. We don't let any skinwalkers through. Hey man, just picking up something for my sister. You know what? Let's check it out. Tommy Delgado. Okay, he's alive. Now we gotta check for his sister, Catherine Delgado. How's he picking up stuff for his sister if she's deceased? Skinwalker. Skinwalker. She's chilling back home right now. Get out!
Posting daily this year to bring you the creepiest, scariest content out there. If you're not subscribed yet, now's the time. It fuels me to keep the terror coming.